One of the interesting parts of being around a while is you see firsthand how things change. And to be honest, I find it rather cool how much life has changed within my lifetime. In big ways and smalls, in ways that are incredible, and some that are honestly disappointing. I'm sharing two poems that identify and epitomize change that happened during my lifetime. The first is a real third rail, and if you haven't noticed, I'm kind of comfortable going in that direction. It's a topic that if you're of a certain age, you probably can't imagine it not being front and center. But there was a time when it wasn't. There was a time when it wasn't a defining element, when it wasn't something that was talked about morning, noon, and night. You'll know the topic as I tell you this poem's name. Political fascination. How did this perversion invade our politics? Certainly there's nothing wrong and much right in people being concerned about their governance. But that's not where we are. When we view a politician, it's not about policy and planning, procedure and legislation, viewpoints and solutions. That would be understandable and anything but unprecedented. Think Lincoln and Douglas. But this debauchery is different. Because political figures have become celebrities, and the worst type of personalities, more unctuous than the famous for famous sake folks. The faux celebrity that Paris Hilton created. Hers was brilliant. This just feels feculent. Today's politicians leave a ring around my mind. Arrogant and self-righteous, without a moral compass to tell them that they're lost at sea, a ruling class that's antithesis of the best and brightest. These self-indulgent politicos are not solely to blame. They're man-made by us, the general public, followed on social media, every stance and thought embraced by their side, regardless of its impact on whom it benefits. My side's right. Okay, always? Okay. I wonder what you think about that poem because, I have to be honest. I struggle not to get pulled into this topic of this political firestorm that we're living in right now. Fact is, I should talk about it, but the last thing I want to do is let it overwhelm me or my thoughts. Politics is important to a degree. Where do you sit on this topic? Now let's look at a change that I'm happy about, a change on the topic that's near and dear. It's about poetry. As a young writer, my style, my vibe, the writing I wanted to produce was very fringe and something that required me to explain it at its core. Now, me and what I do, it's more accepted, and I thank you for that. And I want to share this poem to express my thanks and also look back at how the non-accepting shaped my thoughts. And that is true for me and many others, I think. We are shaped by our thoughts, even if we didn't want to. Here's my next poem, titled, Your Poems Don't Rhyme. Opinions fall like leaves on an autumn day, battering your head void of impact or meaning. The more I write, the more I hear. Your poems, they don't rhyme. Why not? I'm agnostic. I appreciate someone's art for what it is, how it is, and I strive to experience it. When privileged to have an artist share their labor, I accept the duty to connect with them and their creations, longing to experience their message, forming impressions through the artist's proxy. I fetter a moment to you, accept if you will. I write to allocate ideas, using terms that resonate in me. Every word is separate. Every locution handpicked, strategically placed to paint a delineation of my concepts for you. I hope you enjoy it. How'd you like that poem? I bet you can appreciate that it's difficult to share your emotions, inner thoughts, and ideas, and then hear how it lands with others. It's a real dichotomy in that I'm compelled to share, but also slide on a coat of armor to protect my inner me when I do share. Both are needed, and there's a tightrope there, but I don't have a choice to navigate it. It's who and what I am. That's my lot. I gotta accept it. Speaking of sharing, I'd like to watch this video with you right now. I'll see you over there. I think this poem's gonna really resonate.